I want to talk to you about how to choose case management software for your law firm. So here are the steps I really want you to follow if you are interested in this topic. So the thing is that there are 10 things you should consider before buying. Okay. So number one, you want to look at cloud-based versus server-based. This is the quintessential question, right? Do you want to have a cloud-based case management software or server-based? Traditionally, what we have found in our research for the last 25 years is that many law firms have worked with on-premise, server-based software solutions for their practice management needs. But in recent years, I'm talking about 5 to 7 years, cloud-based solutions have come to the fore. So cloud-based solutions offer a number of benefits over traditional software options, including the ability to securely access firm information from anywhere. No need to be physically in the office. So a partner can be somewhere in Hong Kong and look at matter that is going on in Chicago, for instance. You also have automatic software upgrades, eliminating the time, cost, and pain of manual upgrades. You also have the eliminated cost of hardware maintenance and upgrades, since cloud-based software is hosted on secure remote servers. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So automatic software upgrades can make a big difference for you and your firm, particularly when changes need to happen fast, right? For example, with GDPR regulations coming to effect about 18 months ago, competent cloud-based providers were able to quickly adapt and make changes to comply with the new rules. With on-premise server-based system, if you had an on-premise server-based system, there would have been a likelihood that you may need to wait for product updates to be installed, and you may even need to pay for a new version. So, the cost savings is also there. So number one, cloud-based versus server-based. Number two, ease of use. When we talk about ease of use, we're speaking about login time, adding notes and research information to cases, finding specific information for a certain case, opening a new case or adding a new contact to your system, billing clients. And again, when we talk about ease of use, we're speaking about across the board, not just for you as a partner or as the big boss, but your entire staff. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're having a quick convo about how to choose case management software. The third thing I want you to pay attention to is security. Okay, keeping client and firm information confidential and secure is paramount for your law firm. And some case management software solutions are more secure than others, so do your due diligence to confirm what your vendor is actually guaranteeing you in terms of security. Okay, and due to simple economies of scale, cloud-based case management software is now considered to be more secure than traditional solutions. So cloud computing vendors have invested aggressively in security infrastructure that is orders of magnitude more secure than what a small to medium-sized law office will be able to invest in to protect on-premise servers. Again, in our view, this is our experience. So to make sure you are choosing a secure cloud-based case management provider, you want to ask lots of questions about security during the evaluation process. And here are some examples. So you can ask them, is all data encrypted? Is the system audited by third parties to ensure security? Are there multiple servers to provide geographic redundancy? Okay. And the next thing you want to look for mobile access. So in this digital age, mobile phones reign supreme, right? On average, American lawyers, or let's say lawyers in general, all over the world, they check their phone as often as possible during the day. So basically, you want to have mobile access in the software you're considering buying. And remember that you want to ask to see the mobile version of the case management software you are considering during the product demonstration. If you sign up for one, which is a great idea, because not all mobile apps are equal. Some are far easier to use than others. So make sure you get a chance to see how easy it is to complete your daily task on mobile before signing on the dotted line. Also, think about integrations. So the right case management software should not require you to stop using the apps and services you already love. So cloud-based solutions can work seamlessly with other popular programs, so you can keep all of your firm's information organized in a central hub without having to enter the same information into multiple apps, which you don't want anyway. And so some case management solutions, they offer integrations, but some don't. So be sure to ask about this, okay? By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about how to choose case management software. The next thing you want to look at is reviews. I mean, this is an important element because if a vendor, let's say a vendor says they are the best, don't just take their word for it. I mean, who's telling you they're telling the truth? They could be lying. Who knows, right? So you want to look for reviews from other lawyers who are already using the software. That's called social proof. And so this will help you uncover some of the biggest benefits of the software you're considering and any potential drawbacks. And you want to focus on the drawbacks. And some places to explore include the testimonials page of the vendor you're considering and third-party software review websites. And so now one thing I want to say here is that if you see a few negative reviews, do not be alarmed because fake reviews run rampant and a few negative reviews are realistic for any products or company. So be sure to read both positive and negative reviews critically. Think about the cost. Another criterion here. Of course, the cost of any software solution is a key consideration for any business, right? And so make sure you have a clear idea of all costs associated with the case management software you are considering. With most cloud-based solutions, you'll pay a fixed price per user every month. Often there is a discount if you pay annually. However, with some solutions, there may be additional costs for installation, setup, data migration, maintenance, and even training. So be sure to ask about all of these things during the evaluation process. Also, think about adding or removing users, right? So make sure you have a clear understanding of the cost and process for adding and removing users from your account. And so with some case management providers, this is pretty much straightforward, very easy. If you are on a monthly subscription, you will stop paying for a user the month after they are removed. And if you are on a yearly subscription, you can easily transfer that account to another user, not a problem. With others, you can only add or remove users when you renew your contracts, which can last more than 1 year. Okay, and it may be difficult to transfer new user information after its initial setup. So, in other words, you may get stuck paying for licenses you're not using or struggling to transfer licenses if you don't do your due diligence. So please do it. Let me give you an example. If your assistant retires and you need to hire someone new, you need to know that you won't be left fighting with your software. So be sure to ask about adding and removing users up front. Let's talk about transition experience. So unless you're just starting a practice and don't have any existing clients or firm data, you want to consider what the transition process will be like. Okay, so transferring your firm information to a new platform is rarely a simple process, rarely. But some case management software companies do provide a smoother experience than others. So here are a few questions to ask to ensure you have an idea of what you're getting yourself into. We have 3 questions. Number 1, is data migration included in your subscription cost, or will you need to pay extra? Number 2, what will you need to do to prepare for the data migration process? Number 3, will support be available, right? In short, before you choose your case management software, make sure that you won't pay extra for the data migration process and that you will get plenty of help and support, that you're not on yourself. You're not alone here. Also think about support. So, support is important. When we talk about support, there are a few things I want you to really think about. There are a few questions I would advise you to ask. What are the support hours like? Is there a dedicated support department? And where is the support located? In the States or overseas? How can you ask for help? Is it via phone, email, chat, etc.? And do I need to pay for support? You should be able to call a support line for free, but some providers will like to charge for it, but just inquire beforehand. What's the average waiting time for a support call? So don't get stuck waiting in long queues, okay? So some case management software companies have award-winning support departments that can make a big difference in your experience. So don't really neglect this final criterion, okay? We're speaking about support. So And again, the support, you must be able to independently verify whatever the vendor is telling you, so that they're not really dazzling you, but they're telling you the truth. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about how to choose case management software. Here's the decision for you. Okay, so you want to choose case management software that's right for you, that's right for your law firm, that's right for your staff, that's right for the geography you're in, that's right for the practice you have. So choosing a new app or service for your law firm can be overwhelming. However, the right case management software can make your firm more efficient and profitable than ever before. So the time and effort it takes to, let's say, evaluate a solution is definitely worth the efforts. Okay, so there are a few questions you need to actually ask. Is the software cloud-based or server-based? As I said before, cloud-based solutions allow for more mobility and are more secure than traditional solutions. And what security measures are taken. So make sure your providers is going above and beyond your clients and firm data is going above and beyond to keep your clients and firm data safe. And so does it work on mobile? We want to have something responsive here, a responsive app or software tool. So this is important. So one thing I want to say is that you need to actually go back to the basics and say, for my firm particularly, do I want to go cloud or non-cloud? And it's not a matter of our preference is to go cloud, but we will not tell you to go cloud if going cloud doesn't fit with your operations. And it's important because at the end of the day, if you are going to do something on the cloud, you want to make sure that the server is in sync with your operations. Otherwise, there will be disruptions. Otherwise, there will be and those disruptions could be temporary or permanent, and you don't, or quasi-permanent. And this is not what you want to have. And so ask those questions beforehand and get the answers you need. I mean, don't accept a short answer from a vendor. You need to have a comprehensive answer. Is it cloud-based? Do I want cloud-based, or should I be comfortable with the server-based? And it's not about, once you choose option A, you can't go back to option B. Of course, you can change your mind, but it's just a lot better to make the right choice from the get-go. Here's a winner for you. What to look for with a case management program. So if you listen to me right now and let's say you have a small practice, you are a solo practitioner, or you are a large firm, what should you look for with a case management program? So you want to ask yourself, can the program handle a much bigger caseload than your office currently has? Okay. And can the program handle a much bigger caseload than what your office currently has in terms of the geography you're in, the court you're dealing with, the specific court you're dealing with? And is the interface easy for everyone in your firm to use? Not just lawyers though. We're speaking about paralegals, receptionists, and what have you. So this should be available to lawyers so they can really at the right time publish, keep those information or those pieces of information public or private. Okay. And when we talk about, does the software offer the security provisions your jurisdiction requires? What kind of protection do they offer against major disruptions? And those are you're really trying to cover yourself, legally speaking, so that if something were to happen, that you have transferred responsibility to the software provider. So the software provider must actually answer that question really clearly. And you also want to what kind of protection do they offer against major national or natural disasters? Because you don't want to lose all your data simply because there's an earthquake or a typhoon or what have you. So pay attention to those things. Also, how are the software's reviews how do they compare in the lawyer community? Those lawyers who have used the software before, What do they think of it? So this is an important element to really think about. So when we talk about data analytics in terms of analyzing how to choose case management software, pay attention to automated daily, weekly, or monthly reports, the data analytics with handy charts and graphs, reporting dashboards, real-time reporting, and proactive insights. I want to give you a bonus here. So since you've been here like for the last 15 minutes, one thing I want to say here is that to find the right type of case management software, you want to go straight to the source. It's a very delicate sort of thing to do, but you can ask the judge presiding over your last case, to ask that judge to recommend tools to you. If you ask the judge in private, they will do it. But if you ask them in public, they're not going to respond to you. So those are things you need to be aware of. And so when we talk about actually making a decision and choosing what's great for your case management software, you need to actually pay attention to your practice. You need to pay attention to having a software tool that allows you to create reports, to visualize evidence, and to collaborate with other staff members, right? It's not just about having just having a tool that is just sitting there. No, it's just sometimes you have to ask yourself, what are the topics that you want to talk to? What are the most important elements to have, so that you are really constantly thinking about the best way forward for your firm also. And one thing I also need to say here is that in terms of the winner, you need to understand when we talk about case management software, we have different programs out there, but the right program for you should be based on pricing first. How much does it cost? Then it's based on your law practice management. So, and when we talk about your law practice management, your LPM, we are speaking about the size and the scope of anything else. Okay, so this is where you don't want to be at a certain age and then have this sort of I would say challenges around choosing a case management software tool. So be very careful here. And one thing I also want to say is that I want to talk about the growth ambition of your law practice management software. This should really play an important role in terms of helping you choose case management software. You want a software tool that can help you scale. Scalability is really important, simply because you can't do it personally. It doesn't mean that it is not possible, but it is possible if you have the right tool. So basically, you can really have you can actually set the bar very high, and then surround yourself with some people and help them help you implement the best case management program that your law firm has seen. Very, very quintessential. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I just spoke to you about how to choose case management software. So we spoke about a different criteria that actually fall into line here. And I give you a decision, the winner, and I close with a bonus. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.